What it is, guys? What's up? What's up? It's your boy, the Badwolf. This particular video is going to be about. I'm gonna try to bring up all the questions, comments, and concerns about what it means to be a U.S. national. Okay, so as you see, the title of this one is probably going to say something like, warning, facts about existing as a U.S. national, foreign national, state citizen, American who is a national, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that being said, let's get into it. Okay, we're going to start off with some of the hotter topics here that have come up. Okay, so the things you should know, especially for some people out there who are, kind of bringing negative attention to the movement. Now, everyone's free to do whatever they want to do, live however they want to live. Um, and by no means do people like me or anybody else who supports this movement take any form of liability responsibility for how y'all do. But to a degree, how some of y'all living out there definitely brings negative attention to it. I'm not saying all or even most, because most people are living the right way. And just because you can get away with some things don't mean necessarily that you should be doing things to do that. Yeah, I get it. Hot boy summer, hot girl summer, everybody's like, trying to rah-rah it up a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. I remember when I was young, if I'd have learned half of this stuff when I was younger, I probably would have acted a little bit of a fool too. But y'all need to simmer some of that down. Um, y'all grown, or you should be, so do what y'all do. But let me bring up some instances and situations that maybe you're not aware of, okay? Now, for those people who are out there traveling, and you might see some of the videos I've even posted of friends and people, etc., who have, had their altercations with, law enforcement. By no means do any of us condone you guys going out there and doing stupid shit. Okay, especially trying to do it on purpose, especially trying to show off for your boys, especially trying to get one over on cops or whatever else. Now, I get it. Trust me, I've lived a whole lot longer than most of y'all, and some of y'all be lucky if y'all can get to be my age. And yeah, there is some humility to it, and yeah, there is some of these bad cops or whatever else will piss you off. Okay, this is not how you try to get back at them. You have to live your life, because here's what happens. Okay, going out there and doing this business and living foul, okay, only brings negative attention. I'm gonna travel, but then I'm still gonna sell dope, or I'm gonna speed past the cops on purpose. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. All you're gonna do is make them hate you, and especially people of your color, especially even more so. Okay, because the ones who are racist and prejudiced and are dicks are gonna hate it even more. The ones who are nice are gonna be nice, and they're gonna continue to do their job because that's just who they are. But that's how many of them are there? Okay, so there's the whole thing is there's a lot of good cops, and my thing too with good cops would be, I get it, y'all don't want to lose your jobs because of ratting on one or two of your friends, all right, but they're the ones who are bringing negative attention to your department, to your cause, to everything. So I know there's internal affairs. You guys can drop a dime on them, even if it's anonymous. Do what you guys got to do. Okay. Protect your jobs. Put that anonymous, bug in the ear of internal affairs so that they know who to go after and whatever else. Because they're living foul, and it in your heart it's not right what some of them are out there doing. But anyway, I digress. So for those people who are living, like I said, jazzy, if you will, um, you have to understand that yeah, you might get away with it here and there, but there are some things you guys don't know. Like if you get declared enemy of the state, okay. For those of you, if you don't even know what I'm talking about, there's levels to this, okay. There's an upper level of being an enemy of the state, and then there's your local level, your actual state that you live in. If you get declared an enemy of the state, okay, there's some things they can do to you. You don't have the time, the money, the resource, even the knowledge to combat them, okay? It's all cute when you're getting away with stuff now, but when the people come, all of a sudden you don't even know how to begin to fight them, okay? And don't come looking at me, all right? Because we have a happy balance. They know who I am, I know who they are, okay? But for the rest of you, getting back to this, like they can take away your passport card or passport book. All right, And you can try to get jazzed all you want. Now you ain't got no ID. There's nothing that says that they can't revoke it. Okay, that's one of the reasons why they hot list or red zone people, is they want to see what you're going to do. All right, so all you're doing is making it harder for those of us out there who are already doing a good job, staying cool, staying in balance with everything, putting the proper people on notice and living our lives. All you're doing is making that Sauron eye from Lord of the Rings looking around at the wrong people. Now they're not gonna obviously do certain reasons, they're not gonna bust all of everybody. We're not all lumped in together, okay, in that fashion. But what they will do is they will make an example out of you to make other people slow down, chill out, okay. So yeah, they can take away your passport, your card. They can jail you just because you are a U.S. national, foreign national, and whatever else. That does not mean you cannot be jailed. Okay, and let's go before we even get to the jail part. You get a bad cop out there, he might put one in you. Okay, and then at the end of the day, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your children, your friends are gonna be like, "Oh man, the cop this, the cop that." Yeah, he probably wasn't right in what he did. But just like how you boys know on the streets, somebody gets a little too jazzy for you, what you gonna do? You gonna put them fists on them. You gonna put that thing on them, all right? That's just a human reaction. And here's the difference: is he has an entire nation behind him, whether he's right or wrong, with unlimited time and resources, and you are going to be buried 6 feet. Kind of hard to fight your cause, and you know what your boys are going to do? They're going to march on, either try to be like you and end up next to you, or they're going to just go off and do their thing and be like, "Oh no, man, that cat was just jazzy. I don't even know." All right. So some of y'all might look at some of us and be like, "Yo, yeah, we're old heads, but you know what? We done been through things y'all ain't seen and done." All right, and we didn't got to be able to be a little older by handling business the proper way, just like with the mob and the mafia. You know, the ones who are doing it right. There's a difference between squeezing and crushing. Okay, know the difference. Know the levels to the game. That being said, okay, so yeah, with jail, okay, so they can throw you in jail if you are endangering public safety by speeding too fast, being careless, driving drunk, still yet doing drugs. That's illegal. Doesn't matter which side you're on. Okay, you can't just get away with that stuff. That is being a U.S. national is about being able to handle your affairs, being able to. You don't need to be guided. You don't need to be handled or controlled. You can govern yourselves accordingly. But when you can't, the moment you are endangering a U.S. citizen, you might be a hot boy doing that thing, but if you have one person in there who has they're still U.S. citizen, you're endangering them. You've been pulled. You can be pulled into their jurisdiction by international law at that point in time. Because you're threatening one of theirs, their product, their person, their citizen, U.S. land, anything that's their jurisdiction, or that they think they can make a mistake and just go after you. And what are you gonna do? Cry or be like, "Yeah, this is what it is," while you're up in jail, prison or whatever else, because you wanted to live a certain way. But I mean, hey, if you want to live foul, live foul. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, don't think that that anybody, including the law, which also goes out for bad and dirty cops, that anybody's above the law. Okay, it's about being in harmony with the system. Okay, because nationals have been brought down, cops have been brought down, judges have been brought down, presidents have been brought down. Okay, so nobody think you're above the law. All right, so other things that have been going on. Some people ask, what else is going on with, being a U.S. national, like the downsides, the bad stuff, whatever. Well, like I tried to mention in the one video before, it depends on you. I mean, if you're out there doing dumb stuff, you're going to bring negative attention to you, the whole movement, your family, etc. And like I said, they're going to make an example. They have no problem. Even if they have to fight in a losing battle to make an example out of you to try to show the rest of us or whoever else, ease up, be cool, they will. unlimited resources, unlimited time. Okay? You have to be lucky every day of your life. They have to be lucky once. Do the math. If you're smart enough to know how to do math. Okay? So, hey, I'm not making this video to offend anybody. I'm keeping it real, keeping it G, okay? That this is what it is, okay? Um, Other things, like voting. Yeah, if you don't have to worry about voting on the federal level, if you rescind your citizenship, then yes, you can't vote in federal elections. You can vote in state and local stuff like that, but you can't do that. So for the average person, keep in mind that you probably still have your U.S. citizen side. Very few of us have rescinded that. So I jump back to what I was talking about earlier. If you're out there doing stuff, yeah, you might be traveling right now as a U.S. national, and you might be, out there being jazzy and getting away with some stuff. But if you haven't rescinded your U.S. side, you still have a U.S. citizen side that you can be held liable for certain things, or they can take away some of those benefits. It ain't shit gets funny when it comes to money. All right, so there's plenty of ways they can play with you. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. All right, I had to find my happy balance. All right, me and most of these systems have gone to battle. All right, some of y'all ain't built for that. Some of y'all might be partially street built, but there's other ways that they can play with you, and I mean a lot of ways. All right, take it from somebody who's played the battles. All right, um, there's more than just earning your stripes in the streets. There's earning it in the courts. There's earning it on levels higher than that. All right. I'm just telling you. Like, you'd be surprised what how they have a lot of imagination, guys. All right. For example, you got your bank account. I'm sure y'all keeping y'all money somewhere. All right. Well, that bank account still has a social security number tied to it. You still got family and friends who are probably U.S. citizens. Your mama, your grandmama, whoever else. I guarantee you probably haven't rescinded your or closed your account, rescinded your signature and whatnot with the DMV. Okay, did you ever register it? Is it still in there? Bet you it is. I'm just saying, there's lots of ways that they can get jazzy with you. Okay, so other than that, you know, before you jump ship or live this lifestyle, you have to keep in mind that you should have a way out. Okay, whether you get a EIN, to run your business and open a bank account and whatever else, or an ITIN number. You should have those things in place, and anything that's attached to the system as a U.S. citizen can be accessed. They can access it. Okay, if you're really like, are you still paying taxes, right? Okay, well, guess what? Suddenly they can drop an audit on you. Just happen to happen. All right, so there's a reason why you're supposed to govern yourself accordingly as a U.S. national. So that's about it, guys. Try to stay within due bounds out there. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Do what you got to do at the end of the day. But just know that there's always ramifications.